As I was driving by this morning, I was impressed with the hive of activities along the seawall this morning. There's been mangrove planting going on, there's been early morning walks going on, and we met up with some students partaking in a marathon, I believe. And this is something that actually should be a sight for us to see on a Saturday. And as we travel across the country, we see a lot of Fijians involving themselves in a lot of activities related to their health. And like today, this morning, you've taken your time out to be part of this very, very important initiative. I think this is a cause that we all should agree that it is worth getting behind it. But ladies and gentlemen, first of all, let me thank our sponsors here this morning, Serendip Investments, for sponsoring this event. And I've been told that this is one of the first cooperations we are having with the company in terms of the tree planting initiatives with the schools. So congratulations, Suva Grammar. And I've just had a quick word. If we can partner and ensure that we take this initiative to other schools around the country, that would be indeed a very worthwhile effort. Ladies and gentlemen, again, like I said, it's programs like this that is very important for us to take time out. And I thank you all for being here this morning. And reminder of an old Chinese proverb which says, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. But the second best time is now. And I think we should be proud to be part of this moment. We have decided to do our part for the environment. Somebody must have planted that mango tree. If you look up there, the fruit is there, the shade is there. So it's somebody's initiative. And if you look around, all the trees here must have been planted by somebody. So today, when we are going to plant one tree, we are going to do our bit for our future generations. And everything that we do now, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are doing it for the sake of those that are going to come after us. In our roles as leaders, in our roles as individuals, in our roles as educated members of our societies and communities, the little things that we do will make a lot of difference to our young children. So having our student body executives part of this initiative, I think is very commendable. And like I said, we will definitely try to take this initiative across Fiji. The Fijian government's initiative of 30 million trees in the next 15 years, which probably accounts for 2 million trees per year. So the trees, again, that we are going to plant today will contribute to that. It's enormous, a huge number of trees that we are aiming to plant in the next 15 years. And I think we all should be proud that we are doing our part. I'm not going to talk about why trees are important, but I'm going to talk about why initiatives like this is important. These are the initiatives that actually will inspire others to join in this worthy cause. And I'm sure there are a lot of corporate bodies out there who would love to partner with the government and the other stakeholders in ensuring that we do our part for the environment. And in a time like this, when the whole world is faced with a global pandemic, I mean, we can't talk without COVID getting in the middle of our conversations. It's affecting us. So initiatives like this sort of take the pressure off certain things that continue to affect our daily lives. People are losing their lives, people are losing their jobs, economies are suffering, and suffering big time. So coming out here on this beautiful, beautiful Saturday morning, I'm sure it's going to give us a bit of a de-stress. When we liaise with nature, I think that's the best de-stress agent around. And when you meet with your colleagues for such a generous initiative, I think that gives us true purpose and meaning to our being in these communities. So, ladies and gentlemen, we must do our part. We must do our part for combating issues related to climate change. We must do our part in ensuring that we educate our young ones. And who better than us being good role models when it comes to protecting, preserving, and doing our bit for the environment. So thank you very much. And sometimes it's not the monetary value that is attached to initiatives like this. It's the passion that we have. It's the contribution that we desire to do, or it's a contribution that we must do as our part. So, Suva Grammar Principal, I know we had to do this two weeks ago, and you waited, and I'm really happy to be part of this. And I think we must not also forget that many livelihoods are dependent on this industry as well. Okay. So So we must, like I said, always contribute to revenue generating projects as well. And planting of trees is not only essential for our nation, but of course there are environmental reasons attached to it, there are economical reasons attached to it, and of course our young people, we must inspire them. And when we actually plant a tree, we are actually investing in the future of the nation, future of our young people. And I don't know how many of us are going to live the next 20 years to come back here and to see how far the tree that we're going to plant today is actually progressing. But please just don't plant the tree today and forget about it. Have some pride and passion in it. I'm sure the doors of the institution will always be open to you and your group to come and do your bit so that we can nurture the tree like we nurture our children. It's very important. Sometimes we start off initiatives and we forget about it. All the hype goes away. But let us ensure that we keep this flame burning. Let us keep this interest that we have today for the next, I don't know how many years, but I wish you a long, long life so that we all come here after 20 years. What would be our age? I don't know. But we'll have a nice fruit tree growing here, and then we can share the fruits of the hard labor of ours. So please adopt the tree, I would say. Adopt the tree that you are going to plant today. Make it yours. Come look after it. Put a shade around it. What do you do? What do you call that? The planter boxes around it so that it is protected. And to the principal, please, when you have your next school gathering or briefings, do advise the children that this initiative must also be taken to their homes. I mean, if one child planted one tree at his residence, imagine we have 275,000 primary and secondary school students. If one child planted one tree. So I definitely would like to see that this initiative extends to the 1,000+ schools that we have around the country. And all in all, ladies and gentlemen, again, while we are talking about trees, healthy living is also very important. Please ensure that you maintain good health. You engage in healthy eating practices. I mean, we focus a lot on healthy eating guidelines in our schools, but we do find out that sometimes what children bring to school is not very healthy, what things are sold in the canteen is not very healthy. So we are trying to strengthen our monitoring agents to ensure that what we feed our children, what we grow. I mean, COVID-19, if one thing it has taught us to be very close to Mother Nature. The number of Fijians engaged in actually home gardening is very impressive. If you go through social media, everybody is trying to flaunt what they have produced, vegetables. So not only COVID-19 pandemic has allowed us to see our world differently, it has also allowed us to think differently. It has allowed us to do things differently. It has allowed us to probably bond with people. It has given us more time to think about what the new normal brings for us. I mean, we said the new normal. We are living in new normal. What is this new normal? Is it going to be the next normal for us? We don't know. So as organizations, as corporate bodies, please think about that. Think about the welfare of your families, your colleagues, and how do we still practice good and healthy living in such trying times. It's affecting everybody. We can't say COVID is not affecting. It's affecting everybody. It's affecting every individual across the world. And you and I have not been spared. So let us walk together. Let us walk in unity and harmony. Let us stay around for each other. Let us provide a helping hand. And let us do our bit for the progress of our beloved nation. So with these words, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here on a Saturday. I know your families must be waiting for you. Going to market and your normal shopping Saturday. Children would be expecting parents to be home. And so you've taken your time out. Appreciate it and thank you very much. But I know you're all excited to start planting and I'm equally excited too. So let's go out there and plant a tree and do our bit for our environment. And thank you and God bless you all.